Howdy. Well, this isn't exactly a pocket pistol, but it is in .32 ACP, so I'm including it in the list. This is a MAB 32. It was a holster pistol used by the Sûreté Nationale. Matter of fact, it's marked Sûreté Nationale. That's the old name of the modern Police Nationale of France, one of two police agencies in France, the other being the Gendarmerie. The Gendarmerie is like the older force, and they're basically responsible for rural France and for certain military operations within the borders of France. The Sûreté is more a city-type cop shop, like chief of police in New York is versus the county sheriff. It's that kind of sort of distinction of rules and organization. Though it's interesting, the Gendarmerie is directly descended from an organization that actually goes back before the Ancien Regime and goes back to the Middle Ages. The Sûreté is a little bit newer than that. Anyway, I just love the look of this. It's called a MAB because it says Pistole Automatique Caliber 7 or Cal 7.65 MAB Brevet Model D, which means brevet means a patent. So it's the MAB patent on this. Now it's interesting that they should mention that because this is a direct knockoff of the FN 1922 in terms of the way it works internally. But this is a much more pretty, in my opinion, gun. I mean, take a look at this purple-looking finish that's on the slide. It's just designed quite well, and it's a very nice pistol, very nice, and it's fits my hand well. I like it. I like this a lot. I have four French pistols. I should mention, yes, I do have one that goes back a little further. Actually, a lot further. Let me show you. This is an 1892 French service revolver. This is the kind that the guy who played, I forget what he was called, but the policeman in the Casablanca, who said round up the usual suspects. This is the kind of gun that was in his holster. It shoots an 8mm round. It will shoot 32 H&R Magnum. It splits the cases, but it will shoot it. So if you have trouble finding ammo for this thing and would just like to go plinking, that can be used. Though I'm not suggesting it because it might not exactly be. Is it even in shot? I don't know if that's even there. Is that more better? I'm not suggesting it because this thing is an antique, and it really ought to shoot its own ammo. Fiocchi made some. The Fiocchi stuff is a little bit spicy. They overpowdered it, in my opinion. And the problem also is they didn't even know what the heck they were doing. It's an 8mm round, so it's marked 8mm French Labelle. Well, Labelle is actually the French rifle round. It has nothing to do with their pistols. But this was their revolver up until World War I. They ran out of these. They didn't have enough of them for arming all the poor guys in the trenches who needed them. So they started buying rubies out of Spain to compensate. But after the war, they went to MABs. Well, actually, there's several others they went to before, but this thing was in this particular one. If you field strip it, this barrel has a Waffen stamp on it from the Germans. So this was made by, I guess, I don't know who, it's a brevet. It's a patented by or made under patent of MAB, but I don't know who made it, but it looks like it's possible it could have served with either the Vichy government or perhaps the section of France that was under Nazi control during World War II, or it was just stamped in preparation for that. Showing through the slides, you see here it says MAB and caliber 7.65, but it's right about here inside. I'm not about to field strip this thing. The FN 1922 is hard enough. This one is a real problem getting it back apart, or back together after you get it apart. But it's a neat pistol. I just think it's a neat pistol. What do you think?